Check your gear and weapons. We go soon. Enemy soldier incoming. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Battle Royale. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
That's our drop zone! Get ready!
Targets are up. Get to work. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is moving.
I'll drive. I'll drive. I'll drive. I'll drive. I'll drive.
Friendly drop back on the way.
I'll drive.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Gas is moving. Enemy UAV overhead.
I'll drive.
Enemy team is tracking your position. Enemy UAV overhead.
Request recon flyover.
UAV entering the AO. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I'll drive.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Contact!
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. It's time. Break some.
Stand by for redeployment.
got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. All right. Less than 25, we're still standing. They hit us hard that time.
Why, hello, Mosier Dozier. I missed your messages there. Where the frick was I? I'm in a place called Verdansk. Verdansk? Verdansk? We're about to begin. Verdansk, Russia. It's this really big Warzone battleground. They've got buildings, trucks, combat vehicles, UAVs, missile launchers, helicopters, pretty sure boats one day. Pretty much everything you could think of in a combat environment, and the goal is 100 combat players get dropped off in various locations. We all need to collect supplies.
Check
kill
weapons
each
and
other,
gear. We're holding for deployment.
collect more supplies, kill each other, practice.
Dropping into the AO. Preparation is done. Now you deploy to
Favorite
Warzone.
SMG of all time? I mean, it's kind of a competition between the AUG and everything else at this point, because the AUG just feels, this is the one, right? The AUG is the standard, the style AUG. The standard design, which is basically made from that gun, I like a lot. You like it. It's got a blend of stability, smooth shooting. I mean, clip size,
Battle
yeah,
Royale.
you don't get like, at least
You've
it's
got
not
gas
like,
closing in fast. Get to the
you
safe
don't
zone.
exactly get maximum. God, it's maximum, guys.
That's our drop zone.
We're gonna
Get
see
ready.
who forgets their spot. Let's just say it's either a bunch of free points for me, or I'm just giving you some free points. Either way, it could be done. This is my only game of Warzone. This is wait to see if the number at the top right there on the screen. Number is ticking down. That's how many players are left in the lane. You have no idea how many players are going to be at the end here, but the exact number is how many pop out the back. We'll see. Oh. Some guy grabbed an LMG in the background and just tried to finish it all off. So he's the smartest king in Warzone land. Alright, it's not a bad idea. But I mean, it's just a funny minigame within the game, really. It's like, we're fighting over
It's a gulag now.
free
Fight to
kills
early
at the
deployment.
end. Free to play on pretty much any platform at this point. It's a great game.
Win this fight
Looks
and you
great,
return
too.
to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. It's time. Break some. They hit us hard that time. We will settle the score.
You see, when those crosshairs show up in the middle of the screen, I believe that indicated that he was somewhat flashed. I now believe everything is a lie. Yeah, it didn't seem to work as effectively. And in the gulag there, it's pretty much just killing. There's really no sense in fiddling around with your tools. It'll just get you killed. It's all about locking down the sights with an accurate, strong pose and just delivering 25 to 40 rounds of whatever you got going on. That's why I like the Steyr. The Steyr is like, it's like a perfect blend of accuracy, stability, can go decent range, decent power. I mean, if you're aiming for the head or upper mid torso, it's going to be okay. But an LMG, even the M4, the M4 is pretty good about it, but other kinds of guns tend to have a bounce effect, and I just basically lay down the FAMAS in this game comes in a burst fire pattern, and generally that gun bounces around, but if you just naturally burst fire it, it's perfect. Anyway, the Steyr for a full auto, just run and gun, any kind of Steyr modification, that's pretty much like the best. That's, in my opinion, the best experience. And LMGs are great and all that for the 100 rounds of whatever good that they got going their way, but it's mostly just like half, I'd say more about 45 to 55% of the rounds, if you don't have a scope, are just missing their targets and suppressing the guy. Yeah, it's really not that kind of gun. It's not a precision shooter. Some assault rifles actually struggle.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
I'd say it's one of the best. But some guy who's got it all now. He really knows what's going on. It's nice science. And this game looks really cool.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the side.
Video card CD having some serious. Which is sad, but it's okay. It doesn't take away from the experience.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Preparation is done. Now you deploy to the war zone.
The map is huge. There feels like every place you go in this map, there's pretty much something to do, grab, loot, new places to hide, explore, interact with. What makes me want to try to cut these down is it's just, there's
Battle
really so
Royale.
much.
Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
One day before AL. But yet, you will always find people in the near vicinity. It's very strange. It's been nice. Of course, we're going to the end to see if we can farm 3 kills. We think this was a Sally Johnson.
That's our drop zone. Get ready.
This could either be a really quick gulag ride or the best run of my life. sweet. It's always good when it works out, but I'm not out of the woods yet. If it's anything like last time, that dude's gonna grab an LMG and start raking the bottom of the hill. So we gotta bounce. Alright. The M4 for that precision, accuracy, and everything in the LMG to me is just a little bit too slow. Even just to like use its iron sights, switch between it. It's really not that great.
Fight to earn deployment. You can taunt your enemy with words or rocks. We go by faster. Fight has started. Ready to fight. You're next. Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. Earn your way out. Back to base with you.
No, like I said,
It is hard that time. We will settle the score.
You step around. Nobody's blaming anybody when it's still just a GG. X16 is a fantastic sidearm. The amount of accuracy and damage that thing can do, it's better than some mainstay rifles. I'm not too keen on the customizations and all that stuff with this game, though. I just like to play solos. Yeah, super easy feel of drop in and play. I mean, every round effectively is different. The experience will always be different. I was a bit apprehensive. I mean, I was more of a Battlefield player before experiencing a game like this. This was my first PUBG style game. And, I mean, I think you already know how I feel about it. It's a great game. Oh, had to get my comb. Never seems to be a shortage of players either. I suppose when you've enabled cross-play and cross-platform, which basically, if you don't know or you've never seen that before, by enabling that on your console or your PC or whatever it is you're interacting with.
Use this time to practice. We'll be deploying soon.
Lag issues. I turn it off. More important.
Hostile dropping into this area. Watch the skies.
Lag. That was a great idea. Burst fire, okay. Great gun. Just it's
Warm up is over. Stand by for deployment to the Warzone.
but it's too bad. The FAMAS is a fantastic gun at the medium to long range. The burst fire, because it gives you so much ammo, each shot, right? 6 or 7 good rounds, volleys. Whereas an LMG capture just had 1 or 2 volleys that would go like 50 less, right? But I mean, that by that, he's already gone.
Battle Royale.
FAMAS is actually superior.
Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone.
Because it can effectively do it. Well, close range, I suppose, is just as good. It's all about snapping, snapshot, beating your target, just like the M4, beating your target to the iron sight. And imagine the game. You guys know where I'm going to be taking this podcast. We got 17, 17, 16. This is going to be madness, guys. Welcome to the real show. It's a weekend waiting.
Hostile dropping into the area.
Alright, though.
You're in the gulag now. Fight to earn redeployment.
Did suck, though. See, there it was again. It's this kind of... Yeah, there it is again. Oh, I think it has more to do with server lag than anything else.
The fight is ready.
Application setting.
Get ready to fight. You're next.
In case you hadn't noticed, I have to use display. Captured.
You win this fight and you
Because
return
the
to the
game
front
capture
line.
won't work
But
for
if you
what I've
lose,
got
you're
going
done. It's time. We're sending
No.
you back to base. They hit us hard. We'll settle the score.
Yeah, I suppose it's not exactly the full-on Call of Duty Warzone experience, but I do enjoy the quick action. It just kind of recycles me back to the menu, and here I go loading again. The idea is to win, Bobby. That's what I'm going for, and I mean, one day, when everybody seems to get it, it'll be 150 players waiting to the very end of the map, and then we just have it all out right there. The smart ones will go and run and go grab guns and come back with LMGs to rake down everybody. But that would be kind of interesting. That, you know, you'd probably never... I wonder actually how well the game would handle if 150 players actually decided to proc up on everyone's screen, causing 150 client-side servers to render data to each other. They could break the game. Because it's just not exactly prepared for that kind of... And I mean, there'll be a lot of interactions, everyone's shooting at each other, melee and killing, all that. It could be pretty crazy, especially with crossplay enabled. It really could just be quite nuts. That to me is like the boon of video gaming. That's why I do what I do. That's why I love to stream. That's why I continue to stream and continue to bring my lovely, methodical, smooth, my cadences. It's really just about like trying the different hardware.
Warm up while you
software.
can. We deploy soon. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky. Enemy dropping into the AO. Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
I usually wait till the very end to be fair. I like to see how the Americans players jump in there and take it down. However, I think the smarter guys are starting to realize that the game and taking it away. You're sit on the meat grinder, shall we call it?
Battle Royale. You've got gas closing in fast. Get to the
I
safe
have a
zone.
feeling, a sneaky feeling, that there's certainly going to be more than 15 people get this one. Because they're starting to figure it out. This is a cheap, easy experience. Did I say that out loud? I hope. Jeez Louise, what am I trying to do? Break the game I just started? Alright, so pretty average numbers. There's probably about 5 or 4 guys that can be there. Most people are over. But never mind, I'm going to prison. It's like the bail out the last time. Oh, I don't know. It was still 5 guys. First, I need to get my guns out first.
Enemy soldier incoming. You're clear to engage all targets.
Well, you're the lucky one. Maybe it'll pay off. I don't know. Maybe you'll kill me as I just get to the tower door or something. So, either way, I'll remember you. All right. Okay, so there was about 10 people that jumped out of the plane before the end. There's definitely somebody in the prison. And the prison's kind of a death trap because if you get deep in there and you're hunting for stuff, the gas comes, you're not going to make it out in time. But it does have a Jeep. Check this out. Let me in. Cool. Like this whole map could have underground caverns and stuff that they're basically working on developing. It's so neat. The imagination is so flavored by the prospect of like this big interactive map with all these players interacting on it, working together, sometimes just destroying everything. But it's cool. Like the imagination certainly wants to run wild in a map like this. And you know, I'd also heard that people don't like the RPGs all that much. And they think that it ruins the game, the immersion. It kind of, I say keep them. I say keep them because vehicles can be such a terror, really. You know, and I do like vehicles as well. They're quite essential in a game such as so large that running around and walking everywhere would just be a pain in the nuts, especially a sniper's breakfast. So I got the M4. I'll drop the LMG. I'll take a shotgun instead for now. Actually, I want my pistol. Yeah, that's 13 rounds are good. And it's a submachine gun base. I don't know. Hear it. That humming noise is the crates, in case you didn't know. The Odin's a good rifle. It's a bit too slow, but it's a really
Got gas moving in.
If you're good with aim, anything's good. Any weapon's good if you're good with aim. I'm, in case you hadn't noticed, not so good with the aim. It takes a lot of practice, I suppose, to get a bit more comfortable with it. I'm a PC player. So every game that I play that's a first-person shooter is basically tweaked different, and there's really no standard for me. However, with console players, I think that's what makes you guys so freaking good, is that most of the games that you play are so standardized with the way you control them, that every game that's a first-person shooter is basically re-practicing the same stuff. So, I mean, if you're really good at doing jumping jacks while spinning, then you're just going to get better at doing jumping jacks while spinning. If you keep doing jumping jacks while spinning. That's kind of how it works. Was this even a metaphor? I don't know what I'm talking about. glitch thermal silenced LMG. Yes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will take you. Cool. I like the thermal sight. Thermite grenade. Is that the one that sticks to the wall? Going to that jeep might be risky. Going up, that's definitely risky. Oh, what the heck. Hey, it's Warzone. Yes, well, M4 is that quality kind of gun. Damn. I've had this gun before. This gun's a lot of fun, but it's not as reliable as you might think. I've seen people get crazy. I've been sniped by this guy from a long away. Oh, there's the gas.
Enemy UAV overhead. I'll drive.
Nope. Hold on. What was that? What was that? What was that? Let's go down as much armor as possible. Okay. The car is just a big target after all. Yeah, I suppose Battle Royale solos are a little bit slow for some people's taste, right? Like, when you got teams together, you guys can engage a lot faster. But I don't
drop
mind
back
the
inbound.
soloness at all of it. It makes it just so much more enjoyable to do. Oh, it's like a mass loadout dropout? I get it. I never really seen it like that. Okay. It was just like, whoa.
Gas is closing. Get to the new
That
safe
gas
zone.
was fast. Just let it down. guarantee my safety. Someone else could very well see what would happen there. So. People settling old scores, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh boy, they're all fighting to get back into the zone. Nice. That is a beautiful rifle you have there, sir. Heartbeat sensor. Custom rifle. Holy crap. Look at this thing. Thanks, bro. Wow, she's a beaut. I gotta get out of here. Sure if that one's worth it. Because right now, how many players we got? We got 44 players. These guys are all armed to the teeth. That's the thing. Everybody at this point's got everything they need. Except me, of course. Oh, hello. The size of that scope. I gotta get up to a height. I can do a lot of damage up there. Also be somebody nearby. Now, there are perks that can actually hide people from the heartbeat sensor. I would find these things very essential if I was perhaps a new player. And I do believe that every player starts off with no perks. I'm not too sure about that, but you need to go to a loadout dropout to get all your perks. And you can spec all of your individual kits to have the same loadout perks. Or no. They all have different perks. So yes. This game is pretty cool. It's also free to play. And join the battlefield. Come have some fun. Come join the Warzone. Now, if you excuse me, I'm about to use this very generous person's rifle here, which is just beautiful in every respect.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Prone. All right. Where do I think everyone's hiding? Oh, I see you. I should not have taken that shot, but...
Moving!
Nah, he'll never come out. He's somewhere in that tent. Okay, I got an idea.
Losing ground.
Moving!
I'm gonna get sniped. I'm not that good with a rifle. Okay. I gotta think about this. There's two of them down there. There's probably somebody in the building now, because one bullet like that leaves a big report. Which is to say that somebody hunting a gun like that is probably looking for me. Okay, let's try again. But the idea was to get thermals out, scan. Gas is encroaching. Well, I am just fine. There's two guys still down here. I haven't heard them kill each other. Oh, hi. Oh man, and that's the ball game. Just so quick about it too.
You're in the gulag
Well, that's
now.
the sniper
Fight
aim that
to
I'm
earn
looking for, so
redeployment.
thanks for your advice.
You have to wait for your turn, soldier. Be ready.
Everybody's playing smart. There's nobody in the gulag.
Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Beat them down or capture the objective. Return to base.
Thought I had him.
The enemy took that one. We'll be back to finish the job.
That's the start of the Warzone, though, huh? It's okay. This game's really generous with the EXPs. I mean, heck, I'm like rank, what, 81? I feel like I just started the other day. I've really only been playing for a few weeks, but I mean, probably less than 100 hours so far. I haven't really been playing all that much at all. I'd like to play more. The problem really has been just getting the game, as a PC player, getting the game to be optimized for my system. As you can tell, I use NVIDIA, if you'd been noticing. And it hasn't been exactly a smooth ride. I've had some pretty serious crashes, and I believe the ray tracing isn't effectively working with the latest update for my graphics card. So, because I mean, I just noticed I've had a few crashes, and then the graphics, like the background aliasing effect. Do you see the green building there in the background? It had a shimmering hue to it that seemed to kind of lighten up and then go dark, but it never really truly went away, almost like it was burned into the screen. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know what this game is, but no game's allowed to do that to my video card. So I did what I had to do. I did what any right-thinking, logical man had to do. I had to settle the situation. I do miss helicopters a little bit in Battle Royale. Yes, they were cheese as hell. Yes, they were greasy. Yes, you could fly anywhere you wanted. Yes, you could hit people with the propellers. Yeah, or with the blades. All that is true. But, I mean, they're still flying and you can still shoot at them. Like, it wasn't exactly... It just added a little bit of extra insanity that I miss. But I don't think that we needed 10 helicopters. Just put 1 or 2 in the map. Like, there should be basically like 1 at the prison, 1 at the hospital or something. Like hard places, interesting places to get in, or even the airport. Yeah, the airport is pretty interesting too, because it's like half the building is collapsed from gigantic explosion, and those planes are down below. Like they got these airport or cargo planes all around, and so it's like it's heavily fortified. People will naturally go there. Just bring me back my helicopter, please. All right, we're going to Verdansk Battle Royale. Hey, Mosher Dozier, are you still watching the game? Send me a message if you are. Let me know if you can hear this voice if you can.
Check your gear and weapons. We go soon. Enemy dropping. Enemy soldier incoming. Training is over. Time to see what you have learned. Battle Royale. Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone. Targets are up. Get to work.
Pretty decent start, huh? Dragon's Breath is a weird gun. I wasn't keen on what it did, but that's pretty cool. It seemed to set things on fire, and it doesn't have much. I gotta actually read, I guess. I was like, it has an awfully thin barrel.
Welcome to the
so
Gulag.
when I first grabbed
If
it,
you
I
survive,
was
you
really
earn your
really
freedom.
used much of.
You can torture enemies with words or rocks. It makes the wait go by faster. They are ready to fight. Get ready, you're next. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Earn your way out. Competing. Back to base with you.
I'm pretty sure he was flashed.
We lost that
all
one.
too.
We'll come back soon next time.
That's cool. I might suck a little bit. Free to play, cross-platform, free to play. Hey, I like it. I still enjoy myself. In case you hadn't noticed. Oh boy. Whew. And something that's been pretty big news all over the game market lately is the Epic Games launcher basically shelling out big top-notch titles. I mean, Civ 6 for free, Grand Theft Auto 5 for free. That means that their onlines are for free as well, and you can play other players on their various platforms. Generally, those are PC games, though. So, but I mean, if it's still, you know, whatever, right? I'm pretty sure it's only free for PC anyway. Nonetheless, for anyone using a computer, even an older one, these games are still decently adequate to run on all systems. Just heck, I mean, the title is worth $50 generally, so just get it for free. And the Epic Games launcher, I don't mind it all that much. They try and be, in my opinion, a bit more than Origin. Yeah, but maybe not as much as Steam. Steam's very high market and high interaction. Lots of buttons, queues, and all this stuff. Lots of good services, I suppose, and Greenlight Project. Steam's got a lot of other things. They do their own thing. And the Epic Launcher is kind of a return to a simple, more...
Check your gear and weapons.
just
We
direct
go soon.
kind of lifestyle. Origin is very simple. It's pretty much all. So, that's it. I mean, as for social interactions, just kind of works.
Soldier incoming. Soldier incoming. Practice is over. The real fight begins now. Battle Royale.
I'm ready for anything at this point.
You've got
This is
gas
Battle
closing in
Royale.
fast.
Free to play,
Get
free
to the
play,
safe
cross
zone.
platform. Drive along the way. I've heard helicopters on this map, but I think it's just background noise, possibly just free experience it is.
Get to work. Enemy soldier incoming.
The finest of the finest, man. That's Warzone in a nutshell. Oh, hey. My aim is terrible. Oh, my alarm too. Very good. Disappointed he didn't collect anything. So I'm going to be exterminatus if I don't get out of this. If I don't get out of this situation. See, so I'm getting this like crazy frame delay at the moment. Maybe it has something to do with the. Oh no! You had plenty of time. Oh, I knew I was going to that, obviously.
Gulag now. Fight to
no
early
noise.
deployment.
But playing a survival game, it can lead to some serious consequences for simple decisions. I mean,
The fight is
that's
ready.
basically what it is. It's against real
Get
players.
ready
and
to
you should
fight.
never really
You're next.
treat them as if they're just bots.
Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done.
So it's always a learning exercise, especially
Beat
with
them
real
down
people
or
in
capture the
concern.
objective.
Especially with crossplay. Some of these console players are really good.
Back to the front line. Keep
I'm
working.
usually the first guy to lose the M4 duel. Okay, good. in trouble. I don't have nearly enough armor. That's a start. And get away from the public path. This place has got kits and crates all around the inside. However, you lose protection the more you die. He just landed. No way. So that's really just gave away my position and deleted my armor. There's a car over there. Okay. The car might be the best option at this point. Nope. Alright. Oh, dang. We don't have enough bullets to that one. But at least it's something. Okay. Yeah, I can just imagine the kinds of strategies that players are employing on a map such as this. Lots of places in Warzone. They all seem to just have experiences there too. Well, this is my bullets, I think. And it was just, it's so cool, man. Yeah, full bullets. It's so cool to think about. Like, there's, for a loner or for solo action, the amounts of crazy stuff that players get involved with, it just leads to, like, just tried and true tactics and experiences. There's a lot of ways to work around and reach around too. Like there's artillery call-ins. You can call in bombers and stuff. You use UAVs. I believe there's even drones. Well, I've got a drone, but I mean combat drones. I'm not too sure. But also too, they have free-to-play weekends for their regular mode, so you can take your character and basically take all your weapons and stuff. Possibly take it to online and play in deathmatch mode and cool stuff like that, right? Like. It's the same game. Heck, it's beautiful. It's for free. Why not? But, you know, these are just my opinions. These are just my opinions. You know, the world of gaming and consoles and all that stuff, it's now blending into the one where we're all basically experiencing the same. We have for the longest time in our own ways. The same games with different hardware. And we thought to ourselves, it looks better, it looks worse. Oh, we fight over the shades and the shadows of, like, which one's truly superior. Whatever. You know what I mean? Even if they remove some content from the games. You know what I mean? Like in order to fit it in and this and that, and if they didn't do this, they wouldn't have had it, kind of stuff. Always appreciate a console for what it is. Like it is a way to experience a bunch of different games, and that we shouldn't let the hang-ups of a few games, like the console exclusives and stuff, become hotbed political issues.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It was what it was supposed to be. It was just an entertainment center. For a PC
Enemy
player,
soldier incoming.
This my all-in-one. Oh no!
Learn
I
from
was
the
like,
loss.
what the heck
Failure
was
is a
that?
wise
I'm like
teacher.
looking at this guy's face. I'm covered in green. I love it. From prison. They made us have green men in there. But yeah, like, as a PC player, it certainly costs a lot more than a console. The idea is that you never really need to, like, mess with it after you get it to your right setting. And to a large degree, that's true. But, I mean, there's a need versus greed. I always wanted to upgrade more. I've got more RAM chips, more slots. I probably need a new CPU at this point because I've done, not necessarily killing it, but I've played a lot of top-notch games. I've made sure that it ran well as a car engine and know that it works. I'd like to try something new for the sake of science. Like, I see a lot of streaming qualities that other players, quite frankly, produce, and some, I would say even amateur streamers, their hardware is so good that they just press one button and it's just like, that's what I want. I want just like liquid smooth streaming, guys. I want the game to look so bloody good, even if it's a stuttery, jittery mess on my end. I want it to look so good that, I mean, maybe not 1,000,000 frames a second, because that just looks weird, but Star Wars, in my opinion, Star Wars Battlefront 2, with super sampling jacked up, and a smooth 120 frames per second experience, wow, man, it's like, it's just too much. There's too much color. There's too much stuff going on. There's all these weird things happening. Jets exploding. walkers, Jedi. It's the best, in my opinion. Like, for the experience of what I feel like I want to bring while streaming, like a cool video, like, oh man, what's this guy playing? Star Wars. Call of Duty is pretty sweet. Without the talking, I feel like people might not get what's going on. So that's why I've decided to pipe up a bit more for this one. And, you know, I do like to rant, I guess. I like to go off on things. I mean, who doesn't in this world, in this wild world of crazy on the internet? And I feel like it's my time to jump into the pool. We're going to belly flop into the pool. There's a lot of stuff out there on the internet that's just like, wow, cool, neat. Hey, look at this. Wow, oh, this guy's famous, this guy's that. Being famous is just like they give it to you. That's all it is, really. They just give it to you. Never really thought much about being famous.
Enemy soldier incoming.
It just gives to you.
Check your gear and weapons. We go soon.
That's not just about this. It's big players. And the idea that most of the stuff that I like to enjoy is like taking players who you've never met before and winning, surviving against all odds, terrible situations to gain objectives and thrive. We're all building and getting new habits, learning each other's qualities. So it's like basically monkey bars for adults, and it's cool to see. I actually screw up so much because I'm so focused on generally what I'm doing.
Preparation
As
is
a
done.
team player,
Now
I
you
know,
deploy to the war
or
zone.
I want to become a better team player. I want to become a better team player by instinctively knowing that other players, ranked players, I just realized it's some people might look at it as me just like to die. But when you have to take an
Battle
objective,
Royale.
you really have to push in.
You've got gas closing in fast. Get to the safe zone.
Into terrible situations, and the only way to do that is to work together, stay focused, and always check each other's corners. Like always be watching out for one, and that's something that I fail at because I guess it's just a video game, and the idea that these people don't think I don't know that much, or that it's just it's actually not true at all. That this is how people do it is. This is how you start to actually notice other players will check the corners and watch you too, and then you start to look at other players. It's really cool, especially in Battlefield 1. Oh man, it's the best. Because surviving is all the weapons, especially with gas and grenades and stuff like that. It's just like, what you got to do. It's so
Enemy dropping into the AO. Hunt the enemy down.
Maybe she thought she was going to be the police? I don't know. No, he's mine!
You're in the gulag now. Fight
The
to burn
golden
deployment.
child shall be mine. Oh, that was friggin'. That guy's probably like. I love autism, by the way. It's so neat.
Now's a fight. Don't take it. Effective. So is a well-placed rock.
Dude, you get marked. That's right. How does it feel to look like a gecko?
The fight is ready.
Space, buddy.
Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. It's time. Break some.
Went full auto. The gun could punch through, but I was like, no. Gotta save those precious bullets, man. gunplay, and it was the best. Like, you actually set out how you're going to use your shots and stuff instead of just crap. Very detailed. When the mind becomes how much your clip magazine is, that was just unfortunate.
Learn
right?
from the
Then it
loss.
starts to make sense.
Failure is a wise
But
teacher.
it's a cool game to play too. I'm going to reload, probably have another game here. As the alarm went off, I've got something to do today. But I'd like to have one more and add another cup of coffee. So I'm going to reload and get back in, and I'll be right back.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Enemy soldier incoming. Soldier incoming. Training is over. Time to see what you have learned. Battle Royale. Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
You were supposed to live. That's to let them know who finished the job, you know? We can't let that free experience go to waste now. That's the real crime. Jeez Louise. And, I mean, like I said, I think that Call of Duty's super generous with the way they do it anyway. It's just, I'm not even too sure how the leveling system works. It seems quite complicated. I'm really just involved with just how the game runs. I've played so many games in my life that it's all really just a blur at this point. I like the game. And when I start to get interested more, then I start to research more. I stream more for the sake of how the hardware works and how the different components work with different software as well. For my own research, like I want to, again, one day I'd love to bring us the best quality streaming experience that I could possibly come up with, and be able to just do it at the click of a button. Yeah, that's the idea. That's so that any game and for anything and for any situation, it's just ready to go at optimal level. And I mean, I realize that it's always going to be a struggle with a lot of things, a lot of different hardware. Sometimes the computer just needs to be rebooted. Sometimes the chips have just been running for a long time, and you know that's what kind of brings it into perspective, is that I haven't really been the greatest to my chips, that I hadn't overclocked for the longest time, but now that I do, and I do for the sake of performance even, you can see where it starts to like lag and drop, and, you know, yeah, the mentality is you could just basically buy your way, I want that gun, you could just buy your way to a superior device. You can just basically put $3,000 down on a super awesome computer. That is the case. In fact, it's just overkill. A computer is designed on what it's actually going to do, and you don't need nearly as much money.
Losing ground.
Instead, you just need a bit more research and experience. Yes, some hardware is actually designed in this world to look like it's going to run superior, but actually, I know it's called lying. It's terrible. It's this new thing the kids are doing, but I can't exactly tell you which one to do. Rather that I've seen it happen. So I'd prefer that people weren't so naive and recognize that, you know what I mean? Like for example, when a game comes out, nobody really likes it, it's having a lot of problems, and people are going to the forums, we're upset. Perhaps take an easier mind to the situation, realizing that there was really nothing promised, truly, and it's like they haven't exactly reneged the deal. You can't let these lazy SOBs get away with it either. So you gotta do what you gotta do. It's understandable. Don't cheapen the resource that you have, though, is what I'm actually referring to. Like, if we let Spurgs and other people run, like Spurg monkeys, I suppose. That's what my terminology might be. Some of you live streams. But Spurgaliciousness on the forums talking on your behalf isn't always the best thing. Rather that you can, from the poop flow of the conversation, it's like, oh baby, done fucked up, so now I'm basically got to jump in. And people appreciate that. People appreciate the level-headedness of a well-constructed argument in a crappy environment, because it is a way to approach the situation from like almost like a platform of protection. I wouldn't even say that, because everyone is entitled to their own opinions. But if we start adding good opinions into the mix, where the bad opinions obviously superseding everyone else's, I've seen this happen in real life. How have I seen this happen in real life? I suppose I've just lived it. And you could see that the effect on people was just pretty amazing. Pretty amazing when you, especially in the worst of situations, promote a good idea, and it promotes itself. But you want to promote other people's good ideas. You want to create a bed. Oh man, there's so much armor, and I don't have a backpack. I need this. Or do I? I think I do have a backpack. No, I believe the backpacks can carry it to like 15 plates or something. I should stop talking to myself. Call of Duty Warzone free to play on Steam. Not Steam, sorry, you gotta get Blizzard. It's a Blizzard. I've been salaciously speaking that it was free on Steam, I think, even before. How rude of me. Look at all this armor. We still got 86 players in the game. Where am I? What is this? Oh, so, just a mental map of what the heck's gonna happen when I get out that door, okay? I see a Jeep outside. Could be a guy in the building next to me. Too bad I didn't have the thermals. Yeah, it's cheating, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Heartbeat sensors, you know? At least they made it only a 50-meter range. The guns are still on the top of the roof. Oh, I'll take that. You know what I got?
Got the drop bag inbound.
Did you say loadout? Okay. Bug bait. Bug bait.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
I believe I'm moving the safe zone. We will find out. Nothing. Cluster strike, maybe? Anyway, this thing's pretty greasy. Wow. It's a laser pointer. Laser pointer. I mean, I'm more speaking to the players who've never seen anything like this. They're like, what is even happening? What's going on? Probably speaking to you on Twitch or maybe even, I think maybe even a Periscope, but a Periscope.
Enemy
account.
UAV overhead.
It's bumping on my Periscope, guys. Thank you so much for checking me out. I never really give a shout out to the Periscope fans, but you guys always keep it jump. So yeah, let's do a shout out to you guys, man. This is Bitch Silence himself saying that. I appreciate you guys. Just showing me love from the Twitch.
Gas is closing in.
Which is kind of a neat idea. I like the whole Periscope thing, but it's clearly just meant for one thing alone: streaming on a phone. There you go. So you're gonna get streamers on the phone. Kind of like Snakes on a plane. Nothing to do with snakes. I feel myself dying in the future because snipers are everywhere. Okay. So I got a claymore here, right? Things gonna be useful. Yeah. Okay, I should pick it up. That's alright. Claymores are great for that. Incoming. I see ya. Oh. You're in the dealership? I don't have much time. appreciate the very one fan that's watching right now. I just want to say hello. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching the stream. I hope that it's coming through all right and that everything looks good. And that's what this is really mostly about. It's mostly just interacting with some people, keeping it chill, keeping it level, but seeing mostly how my hardware is like. It's actually quite surprising because it's so old. But here you go. Let's see if it takes my truck. He had a heartbeat sensor, didn't he? Yep. Well, I don't know that. He just could have just checked his corners like a smarty. That sucked.
Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. It's time. Break some.
He mounted on the
Return to
wall.
base. The enemy took that one. We'll be back to finish the job.
This is what you get though when you create a game that promotes survival and gets some pretty smart players. So that was pretty good on his part. Me, on the other hand, straight noobing it out. All right, I think one more, and then I really should get going. But this is just so much fun and so easy to level up that, I mean, it's probably one of the most popular games on the net, I'd have to say, at the moment. You really have to consider what it provides for free, the cross-platformness. Like, there's a lot of... And they do update the game quite constantly. There's a lot of entertainment that can be found in this game for every console, effectively. So I'll be right back.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Practice is over. The real fight begins now. Enemy dropping into the AO. Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
Okay, this is a different drop zone. It's over here. Oh, okay, I've been here. I've dropped that.
That's our drop zone! Get ready!
That's our drop zone. I mean, generally from before, the ball is the first target I go to the left.
soldier incoming. Hunt the enemy down.
Meanwhile, those guys are bug baiting each other. I've become less and less of a target. Just a less target running in the bushes over here. That's right, don't notice me. They don't notice me anymore. Someone drove a vehicle over there. God, that was close. Ooh, doggy. There's a sweet doggy running in the woods. That truck might come and kill me. Oh, yes, I need woods. Oh, sweet, generous woods. Yes. Oh. Oh, don't you know? Here we go. Yeah, I think I got the good one. I'm okay. Okay, yeah. What a place to go, huh? Not that the deployable cover is actually particularly good, but it is useful to block a corner when somebody's chasing you. So I grab it as an obstacle. It's like my banana peel. Okay, so now I'm expecting some contacts. Any contacts?
Enemy team is tracking your position.
Oh, of course, they. I'm not a threat at all. That's right. I'm just a wee little thing.
Move to the next area and secure the perimeter.
Okay, so I've stripped this place. It's pretty much done. Time to go. I wish I had a ride. There it is. But there's just that slight problem. Hello.
Got gas moving in.
I need your vehicle. Give me your boots and your clothes. I'm just letting everyone else know where I am, though. I didn't really think about that. So he's tracking me. My threat level just went up, by the way. I didn't think you were as silly as that, but he's probably not alone though. There's somebody else tracking us. Thank you. What was the other one? M4? This shotgun's actually very powerful. I just gotta get better with it.
I'll drive.
It's not good enough. No, probably not, huh? My frames just seem to just... I think that has more to do with the display capture. There's somebody here. What are you? Did well for me, so as an LMG, I'll keep you. hear footsteps. Or maybe it's just me. Okay, no, we gotta secure this, that's right. Forgot about this. You gotta like go actually really close to it and do all this stuff. And it's pretty simple. I know a flare shoots up though, right? Like a light shoots up to indicate where I am. So somebody could drop in on me or whatever. That's cool. It's usually pretty quick.
Recon intel secured. Solid work.
Oh, I'm outside the zone, huh? Okay.
All right.
Call of Duty Warzone free to play. Great game. Not that those things actually help. Truly. They're just, you're either dead or you aren't. Maybe it actually could depend on you. I mean, like if you're that fast in a gunfight, they're literally running from the corner, and I mean you need help getting on.
Bag inbound.
All right, that guy gives me some loadout perks, I believe. Oh, they're already fighting.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
So somebody stripped this place clean. Absolutely clean. It's nice to find. I see.
Bounty target is up. Take him down.
Interesting. I think me and Mighty Mo here can deal with it. The FAL can open up from a distance, I suppose, and get his attention. And then, I don't know. Got a heartbeat sensor. He's in storage town. Maybe 3. He took my car. What a jerk. Come back with that, sir.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Ow. I don't think it's my target, but it's good enough.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Nice. Okay, I'm not out of the woods yet, though. When that stuff happens in environments like this, I think you guys are aware of what happens. Don't leave anything to chance. Like I said, there's perks that can keep you hidden from these things. So this is not expected to save every situation. Okay. Custom AK. Let's try it out. 40 bullets in that one. Nice. Custom PKM. I think I'm okay. Gas. Oh boy. Oh, I'm trapped in here. 51 players now.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Oh, dude, I do not have enough time at all. I gotta get out of here. I'm trapped. This is not good. At this point, everyone's so tooled up, it's all just about survival, so these games can go on for quite some time. It's about getting the high ground, getting all the kit you need, and then just setting up fortifications, letting them happen. Anybody near, because you just want to wind down the clock at that point. Anybody near can get the best. So, I'm not even near where I want to be with my tools, with my weapons. But, well, I suppose the armor is not a bad start.
Gas is inbound. Enemy UAV overhead.
Necrosis silenced LMG. This one keeps me off the radar.
Contact!
I have. Or not. Gas is coming. Almost like a robot, you just seem to know
You're in the
exactly
gulag
what I
now.
want.
Fight to earn redeployment. You have to wait for your turn, soldier. Be ready.
I think this will be my last one for the afternoon. I'll probably be back on later, but I might stream something else, maybe some Star Wars. I've kind of got a feeling for it today. Probably try out a different game mode or two. And as always, it's usually a battle with the frame rates to try and get the smoothest, dopest experience. I think we got the super sampling jacked up on that one for about 135%. And it really actually does look like way better. But it's almost in a blue moon when Star Wars actually seems to run right for me. What's a shame, really, is that game has still a lot of love for it. But if only it were actually cross-platform, and like console players could actually share the certain map and game modes with PC players, then it would be just like electric. It would be so good. Just for the amount of people playing all the different game modes. Because there's so much to do in that game, but there just doesn't feel like there's enough players. They're all playing Galactic Assault. Sometimes they're playing Starfighter, which is cool. But I mean, no one's really playing the Ewok hunts and stuff, and capture the data. Oh look, gigantic flat surfaces. Perfect.
Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. Earn your way out.
Front line. Good.
Oh boy. Back to the front. Alright, so circle's so small now. My final stand. Oh, and it is going to be fun. That one actually. I got a little bit of time. A little bit of time to grab.
Gas is moving.
Grab a few things out of this big building so I can get inside of it somehow. Oh, there's a buy station. I hear something. Perfect timing. He's nearby. Maybe closing it was a bit too ambitious. But I only got 30 bullets. Certainly better than nothing. I'll take a munitions kit.
Request recon flyover.
He's up on the roof.
UAV entering the AO.
He sounds like, okay. He sounds like he's got some.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I got the oceanographer, which is sniper rifle. I might be able to get a few good hits on it. But nope, M4 first. Sniper bullets, please. Thank you very much. 2 rounds.
Friendly drop back headed your way.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Stun grenade. I got the gas mask. Can you jump? I was a little bit worried.
Losing ground.
Everything I said worked. a silenced rifle. Look at the size of the scope. Players left. Okay. It's all about survival. It really is. Oh, there he is. There's one.
Contact!
I headshotted him. I had no idea. It was just a blip anyway.
Contact! Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Oh, I'm not even close to it. Well, I'd rather finish this guy off now. Is he dead? I don't know. There he is. Sorry,
Only
find
10
out.
remain standing. You're losing ground.
I don't want him to survive and then for him to kill me. Yeah, I got him. Okay. Pretty much the end. It feels approaching. Custom before, okay. Custom assault rifle, okay. Sweet. No. Yes. Come get your medical supplies. Huh? This is pretty much the holdout in the gas attack.
Gas is inbound.
Of the
Mark- Less than 10 were still standing. We lost that one. We'll come back.
I should have waited. I got perhaps a better idea on how to use those tactical cover units anyway. I could have planted it inside, right in the corner there, and then just let it work its magic. Nonetheless. Alright guys, that's it for the stream for today. I hope you enjoyed my raves. Just kidding. I don't do that stuff. If you wanna give me a what up or wanna be friends and hang out, come check me out on my YouTube, my Twitch, even my Periscope, which I'm giving a big shout out to because you guys are awesome on Periscope. You're always blowing up my channel. Oh, alright guys. Have a good day and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.